Welcome to the Simplica Cloud Console, your centralized workspace for managing and monitoring LabWare application environments. At first, a console like this can feel intimidating. So don't worry, we'll keep things simple, practical, and walk through key features in this video. At its core, Simplica Cloud Console is your control center. It's the place where you create, manage, and monitor your LabWare environment without needing to worry about what's happening behind the scenes. We handle the infrastructure for you. Think of the console as the bridge between your application and the infrastructure running it. Everything in Simplica Cloud Console revolves around three main areas. First, My Drive, where your LabWare files live. Second, Projects and Environments, where you actually manage and configure LabWare. And third, Monitoring, where you check if everything is behaving or needs adjustments, because sometimes it will. Let's start with My Drive. This is your starting point, where your LabWare application files live and where all updates begin. Start by uploading your LabWare LIMS file. Now, any change you want to apply, whether it's a new module, configuration update, or fix, must be here before being deployed to your environments. Think of My Drive as your central file repository. Next, where things get real. Projects help you organize your work. And environments are where your application actually runs. You can have multiple environments, like development, testing, or production, each serving a different purpose. Creating an environment is straightforward. You select your files, configure it, and deploy. And just like that, your LabWare application has a home. From here, you're in control. You can update your application, restart services, or redeploy changes whenever needed. And of course, access your environment in just a few clicks. The platform also supports single sign-on integration, helping simplify and centralize user access. And access your IQ support documents easily to maintain best practices for your LabWare application. Next, for integrations with external systems, web services allow applications to communicate securely with your deployed Web LIMS LabWare app. Need scheduled tasks or automated background processing? Background servers can handle that as well. And for more hands-on adjustments, you also have access to a dedicated Windows interface, the config instance. This gives you a familiar environment where you can exercise even more control to configure your workspace. Make changes such as install modules, config packages, work with master data. You can test configurations, and fine-tune your LabWare application before pushing updates live. Think of it as your safe workspace before anything reaches your users. Now, let's talk about visibility. The monitoring section gives you insight into your environment performance, logs, and any potential issues. So let's get proactive when handling alerts. When you receive a new alert, you can immediately check metrics to identify related performance spikes and resource usage before they become larger problems. At the end of the day, Cloud Console is designed with collaboration in mind between LIMS administrators and your IT team, so you can handle alerts on the fly. Now, know that Simplica is always here to help. But we also want to give you a first look into key metrics and logs that can help you optimize performance and take action fast. So instead of relying on assumptions or reacting too late, you have real visibility into your environment and the ability to take the right steps going forward. And when something goes wrong, monitoring is where you start. Putting it all together, the flow is simple. You upload your LabWare application files in My Drive, create, deploy, and configure it further to fit your needs in an environment, and monitor everything from one place. That's the entire lifecycle, now simplified. If you remember just a few things, you don't need deep technical knowledge. Everything is centralized, and you're always in control of your environments. This was a quick overview of Simplica Cloud Console and the key capabilities it brings together. Remember that Cloud Console is ultimately designed to make LabWare environment setup and management feel simpler and easier to control. The infrastructure model also helps reduce operational overhead while optimizing resource usage and overall costs. And with the environment setup reduced from weeks to roughly an hour, teams can move faster and spend less time waiting on infrastructure. Simple where it should be, flexible where it matters. Got any questions about Cloud Console? Contact the Simplica team so we can help.